Okay, peace, 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 peace. Hey, everybody, it is me, Regina Alasan, CEO of Research Pro, a prospect development consulting firm, helping nonprofit leaders identify best and qualified prospects. They call me money because my qualified donor leads have resulted in billions of dollars for nonprofits all across the country, nonprofits of every size and scope all across the United States. And so this is my weekly live, my exercise and consistency, and um, practice and intentional experimentation. So I'm live, and I did have a number of things that I wanted to talk about, and I do have a few things that I want to talk about. But I'm also just going to pause and say, hey, how is everyone? How are we all doing? Um, how are we feeling at our organizations? How are we managing and navigating? These are very challenging times. And so I consider it like really, really a privilege to be able to work from home. And as the CEO of my own company, there are some office politics that some of those environments that I'm no longer engaged in on a daily basis, and I recognize the privilege in that. And I also recognize that I have family members and loved ones and friends and colleagues that are working in challenging environments right now. So I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I love you, and continue to send you encouragement, um, and um, and light. Sometimes we are in dark spaces during our workday. So felt like I wanted to share that a little bit. So back to um, kind of the task at hand here. Here I am live, and wanted to talk a little bit about some upcoming events, and some other things that are going on at Research Pro, with me and at Research Pro. So first off, thank you to everyone that has helped me with my homework. Um, I've been putting out the last couple of weeks, been putting out a call to a request. I was going to say a call to action, but a request for people to help me with my homework. So some of you know that I've been accepted into Aventi Enterprises TechX Exploration Program, and um, which is sponsored and underwritten in partnership with Rev One Ventures, and I'm incredibly grateful for both of those entities and everyone that works at those organizations and those companies um, that have chosen to sow into business owners and dreamers and visionaries such as myself. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful again for everyone, each of you out there that has decided to help me with my homework and ask me and allow me to ask you seemingly and somewhat random questions. And I really am enjoying the conversations that I've been having over the last, I don't know, couple weeks now, around that, and conversations around philanthropy, conversations around giving and assumptions and shifting paradigms and all of the things. So I'm really enjoying it. I don't know where my concept and idea, my tech concept will land eventually, but I am definitely enjoying the ride, as it were. So a few things that are coming up. Um, so we are wrapping up. It's been a long week, even though I don't know about everyone else. When people say, "How are you doing?" We always say I'm good, and I am good. But it has also been a long week. It's spring break, and so my youngest is out of school this week. And there are always competing priorities. So it's been a bit of a long week, and happy it's Friday, and still able to center myself here. So let's focus here. Some exciting things coming up over the next few weeks during the month of April. Research Pro, we continue to um, elevate the or we continue to elevate the science of fundraising and make the science of fundraising available to everyone. So coming up just next Friday, I believe, starting in April. So first Fridays, Research Pro is at the Columbus Metropolitan Library, the main library downtown, and the Business and Nonprofit Resource Center for their Ask an Expert series. So those are free drop-ins. You can come in with your fundraising and prospect development questions, and we can dive into those one-on-one. And the last month was the first time we did it in person, and it was a line. So if you feel like you have a question or you want to get in and talk a little bit of strategy about your prospects and your donors and your fundraising, your campaigns, etc., I would encourage you to get there a little early. I'll be there Friday, first Friday of the month, Friday, April 4th from noon to 2. I'll be there live and in person at the downtown library. And I believe there's information on the library's website. There might be a sign up sheet. I'm not sure. But it's first come, first serve. So I would encourage you to get there and get in line and get signed up. There's a sign in sheet when you get there. So get in and get signed up, get your name on the list so that we can spend some time together next Friday. And that's again live and in person in Columbus, Ohio. And then following that, or no, actually before that, so let me back up. On Wednesday, April 2nd, I will be doing a presentation in partnership with Hatch, which is a software company, research donor research and analysis software company that I have been enjoying partnering with over the last couple of years. They were a partner in with the Data Donors Dollars, the symposium that Research Pro offered this past November. And so excited to continue that partnership and collaboration. This time around will be a webinar, Back to the Basics. So I'm taking it back to the basics and reviewing some basic elements of prospect research, prospect development that can lend to advancing your fundraising operation. So that is Wednesday, April 2nd at 12 noon Eastern. And that workshop is free of charge, is complimentary. So I'd encourage you to take advantage of that. Um, and I do have a registration link. I couldn't figure out how to add it to restream using my phone, so I'll have to come back and add it in the comments. And so then after that, so that's Wednesday, April 2nd, and then Friday, April 4th is when you'll find me at the library. And then a few weeks later, a couple weeks later, another partnership that I'm actually really, really excited about as well. On April 23rd, is on April 23rd, I'm doing a collaborative webinar with the illustrious Crystal M. Sherry of the Board Pro. So, Research Pro and the Board Pro are teaming up to offer smart boards, big gifts. Let me get the title right. Um, of course, this is not going to cooperate. Nope, no, not today. Okay, the correct title is Smart Boards, Big Gifts, Unlocking Donor Dollars with Prospect Development. So I'm really excited, like I said, to partner with Crystal M. Sherry at the Board Pro on this webinar. We've got some great content built out for you. We've put together and are still building, I think, some great takeaways. That one again is April 23rd, 2 p.m. Eastern. Smart Boards, Big Gifts, and the cost for that particular workshop is $49. And that's a skill. Crystal and I went, we considered a variety of price points, considering the expertise that she brings. Crystal is an amazing um, um, veteran fundraising professional with keen expertise in board development, board engagement. And so, if you are challenged by your board, or not even challenged by your board, if you're looking for ways to activate and elevate and your board in the ways that they are engaged and empower them to be true advocates and fundraisers on behalf of your organization, I would encourage you to participate. I would encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity to learn not only from me, I'm amazing too, and Crystal as well. So that I'm really excited about that duo and that collaboration. It's been something that Crystal and I have talked about a couple of times over the years. So really excited that that we've been able to bring that together for you. And so again, I'll drop the registration link. Registration is now open. I'll drop the registration link in the comments after I complete this live. And so yeah, that is April 23rd. Smart boards, big gifts, 2 p.m. Eastern. Um, the cost for that one is $49. So I feel like I've been a little bit all over the place and a little bit distracted. And I also feel like this is a good exercise in um, transparency is the word that I'm looking for. And I'm going to digress a bit and go off on a bit of a tangent. Oftentimes, as a business owner, as a CEO, there is an expectation um, that maybe is imposed upon us, or that I have certainly felt is imposed upon me, that every time you see me, whether or not I am intentionally in a forward or externally facing environment or not, um, but the idea that every time you see me, every time you interact with me, or I'm seen, or people are able to engage with me, even whether in my home or outside of my home, that um, I will always be perfect. I will always be camera ready. I will always say the most perfect thing, and always be eloquent, always be whatever their expectation or definition of anything is, most especially as it relates to we expect the CEO to look like this and behave this way and speak this way. So this morning, this afternoon presents an opportunity for transparency, and I don't always have it together. I don't always. I don't always have the privilege of operating from a single minded clarity, as a woman, as a CEO, as a wife, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter. There are lots of different hats that I wear at, at any given time. I'm wearing multiple hats, as are others. I realize I'm not the only person in this situation, but as are others. And sometimes those multiple hats certainly, certainly do make us appear, less than optimal, or make us like not be able to articulate ourselves on the live stream. So there's a little bit of that. So thank you if you're watching this and you've made it this far. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I feel like maybe all I made today, I just made announcements today, but I am really, really grateful. Again, no, I didn't just make announcements. I had some gratitude too. So I am really grateful for everyone that continues to show up for me, Regina, individually. I'm really, really grateful for everyone that continues to show up for Research Pro and encourage me, encourage the business, and kind of keep us moving along. Being a CEO is not the easiest job in the world. Um, Let me rephrase that. Um, Entrepreneurship is not the easiest journey. And so I appreciate the encouragement and the cheers and the people that are like, I just had a vision of like being in a marathon or something, and people like handing you water. Sometimes it's someone you know that's helping you, sometimes it's a total stranger. Um, so I'm really, 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 really grateful for all of the support and the encouragement um, that people continue to show for me, for Research Pro, for my ideas, for my concepts, for my vision, for my experiments, all of the things. Um, and I have some other things that I want to talk about today too, but I think I want to end it there and just end on some gratitude. There are a few events coming up that I've mentioned. So I look forward to seeing everyone next week live, and I look forward to seeing everyone at one of the events. There are a couple of free opportunities to connect and learn, and there is also a paid opportunity, a collaboration that I'm really excited about. So I hope you join us for that on that as well on April 23rd. Smart boards, big gifts, 2 p.m. Me and Crystal Sherry, Research Pro and the Board Pro. So come get these gems. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Peace.